Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Asif Kamal. I'm the founder and CEO of Artfi. Today, before I start talking about the art and in general the tokenization of art, I would like to speak about how amazing this is to even think about making fine art, collecting and investing accessible for everyone. You know, while I was growing up, the art was around me, the art was around us, but it was not accessible. The topic of art collecting and investing was not the common topic in my house, on my dining table. The vision that has brought us today here is the democratization of art in such a way that makes it accessible for everyone. The title well explains the art of technology. Well, it is the fine touch of technology that is making us all possible to complete our dream and make it possible for everyone to even think about collecting and investing in art. I remember while I was entering and building this company, it was a bear market. The market was falling apart. People were talking all negative about crypto and blockchain. And most of the people around us were talking about blockchain is not only crypto, not only DeFi, not only exchanges. Well, these were the factors were falling apart. I thought, what is beyond crypto and exchanges? I come from a very traditional art background. While I was doing my research and study about the blockchain and its concept, I was in love with one of the concepts. The most hyped concept, the most talkable conversation in the last 2 years. You guys know I'm talking about NFTs. And since you know I come from a traditional art background, for me the definition of NFT was not only JPEG file. It was beyond JPEG file. For me, it was a cryptographic tool operated by a smart contract that defines the ownership of a digital asset on chain. That moment when I understood what is NFT, I thought to build something that will redefine the ownership of a fine art, collecting and investing. When we talk about fine art collecting, fine art investing, let me tell you, the 4% of the people around the world, they participate in this business financially. Remaining, the art for them is just around them. We breathe art, we talk about art, we see art, we go to galleries, we go to museum, but are we really participating with art financially? No, only 4% of the people around the world, they participate with this business. However, just for your information guys, art has outperformed all the traditional asset classes in the last 30 years. When you talk about asset classes, art is one of the biggest asset classes, over $1.7 trillion asset class. But it's not for the masses, it's not for the everyone. Like I said, when I was growing up, art was around me, but art was not accessible for me. There, I thought about building something for the world, for the global audience, to not only talk about art, but also participate in art. Here, we have prepared something very interesting. It's a cinematic representation of our vision that will make you understand in a different way, in a cinematic way, what is Artfi. I'll just present it to you, the vision that we have built.
Art is magnetic. It spawns emotion, makes you think and feel. Art is raw creation, transcendence to infinity, gives meaning to experience. For some, it's intangible, an abstract labyrinth of expression, impression, pain, and serenity. Art is undying, but also inaccessible. It's not attainable, at least not for everyone. The most brilliant works of art have only been circulating amongst the top % of wealthy families for centuries. It's not democratic, not open like it should be. Art should belong to everyone. Art doesn't differentiate. Art inspires freedom, whether romantic, abstract, minimal, or absurd. Art expresses beauty, passion, ideas, and love. Art is world-changing, and so are we. So, what is Artfi?
Artfi is the fastest growing community of artists, art connoisseurs, and art investors on a mission to democratize art ownership through blockchain and NFTs. And it's much needed. Tell me honestly, what comes to your mind when you think of an art collector? A rich top 1% billionaire who can just casually bid for a $30 million artwork in an auction every week, right? This changes with Artfi.
Artfi is democratizing fine art collecting by making it available to everyone. Once the ownership of a work of fine art has been fractionalized as NFTs, a dispersed group of thousands of people can collectively and securely own a piece of art history.
The concept is very unique. Anyone can invest $1,000 and own a part of a $10 million painting.
I'm 22 years old. I can't really afford $1 million painting, but I can afford a fraction of it. And that's what Artfi is planning to do.
Combining technology with fine art. The democratization of art. Something I'm really excited about.
What's incredible is that it's not a zero-sum game. Whenever the Artfi community gets a great price and a buyer for one of their collections, they'll sell it off. And all of the collectors will get a share of the profit.
So how does it work? The physical art that a token will represent a fraction of will be on display at the Artfi Foundation, a non-profit public trust and a physical museum designed with the purpose to let the Artfi NFT community experience art in real life, and an additional sister museum in the metaverse for instant access.
The value of my NFTs is backed by physical art, the world's most prestigious asset class. This allows me to construct a portfolio which is uncorrelated to equities and commodities.
Every time an NFT gets traded, the royalties will be distributed to the original seller, along with the Artfi NFT community.
This is the first time top-tier art will be accessible to everyone. The first time art won't differentiate between those who can spend a lot and those who can spend a little.
For the first time, everyday people will explore, learn, appreciate and possess incredible, priceless creations firsthand. This is how art should be. Accessible, shareable, tradable, affordable, democratic and decentralized. Join Artfi. Be the revolution.
Thank you very much. Moving on, since I have the timer in front of me, I would like to complete before the time ends. So let's talk about democratization of art investing and making it accessible and investable. Since so far I have been talking about art is not accessible, art is not investable. But guys, art business is also not investable. When you see all these companies who sells art, Christie's, Sotheby's, all the big companies, $1 billion plus valuation, they sells art. You can't really invest in those companies. Art businesses are one of the profitable business that we have, but it's not investable for the retail investors to invest in. While building this company, I was thinking that this company has two kinds of tokens. The non-fungible tokens that let you participate in the ownership of a fine art pieces, and the fungible token will let you directly get exposure into a profitable art businesses. Here, while building this company, I thought not to have any kind of non-fungible token because of the skepticism around the ecosystem at that time. But then I thought there is no company that exists on the stock market or on the exchange that let retail investors getting the direct exposure into the business of art. Considering those facts, we brought a revenue share model, Artfi token, for the people into the crypto industry to not only getting the exposure into the fine art pieces, but also getting exposure into the business of art. We have prepared something very interesting for you guys to understand what is our non-fungible and fungible token. Here is the fungible token that we have presented for you.
Do you know how profitable the art business is? With over 65 billion in annual sales, high commissions, and rising asset prices, a handful of international companies have cornered this lucrative market. Unfortunately, you can't invest in these businesses. If only these companies had a token or shares, then they would be investable. That's where the Artfi token comes in. Artfi is using blockchain technology to make it possible for anyone to own $1 million artwork. It's a game-changing approach to art collecting. And by holding the Artfi token, you can participate in the success of the business. The Artfi token is Artfi's revenue sharing and utility token. It is specially designed to increase in value as the company grows its revenues. There is a hard cap of 1 billion, and the fixed supply will deflate as Artfi uses 30% of its revenues to buy back and burn the tokens. Finally, an art business that you can invest in. Join Artfi. Be the revolution.
Thank you very much. Since I'm not from the technology background, I'm the guy who have always been dealing in art. I breathe art, I sleep art, I relate to art very much. Art is something that I understand. Art is something that has given me the name, the money, the status, the lifestyle, everything. While you are passionate about something, it is very important to build something for the larger audience. Having passion of something and keeping it for yourself or family is something that most of the people think and do. While I was thinking to do something on chain, the only challenge that I had, that the whole industry that I'm entering into is very speculative industry. I come from a background where we talk about aesthetics, the appreciation of art, the value of art. I come from a background where we deal in this is one of the most luxurious asset class that we have. I was very worried and very afraid that while mixing the fine art with technology, blockchain technology, will it make sense for the people to think about it? And then I saw the falling of the non-fungible tokens, the different kind of concepts of blockchain that we were building and working on. I thought, why not? If it is a profitable business, why not? It should be for the larger audiences. And we have been building this company since 18 months. I have my co-founder here. We have presented something very, very amazing here. So the first Genesis offering collection that we are bringing in for the people to invest into art directly, without any barriers, because art always had a greater barrier. We are eliminating all those barriers for you guys. So this is the first time we are unveiling the first Genesis offering by one of the top 5 best-selling artists in the world, Sasha Jaffrey. Guys, this is the title of this artwork is Sixth Element. We all know that our life rounds with 5 elements. Sasha thought the 5 elements is very important for our planet, but at the same time, bringing the another 6th element is also very important as air, as important as water and earth. The 6th element is humanity. So he launched the concept called 6th element, which was adopted by Rolls-Royce to make a bespoke 6th limited edition car last year, which was unveiled last year and it was sold. Based on the concept of 6th element, Sasha, we were talking to him, Sasha gave us these 6 paintings exclusive to Artfi, just to bring to the ecosystem of crypto and blockchain as our Genesis offering. I will be presenting this to you guys and then while leaving the stage, I would like to request you everyone to come and see our gallery at level 4. And thank you very much for having me here, Token2049, to giving me such a space to speak about it. Thank you very much.
The 6 Elements, my first fractionalized collection.